So, hello everyone and welcome to another video. So, for this video, I will have called this one something, but basically, what I have decided to do is to go through all of my TBR videos, all my book haul videos, and my most anticipated releases, and like my books that I want to read that year videos, like all those kind of videos. And basically, I will start from the beginning, like from the beginning of my channel, when I was no, I can't say I was that much better at reading the books that I bought, because I wasn't, but basically trying to get through all the books that I was excited for, like then and there, and actually see if I still have the like same taste 4 years later, because the first videos was 4 years ago, which is kind of crazy. So basically, I have watched like some of the videos that I have made, basically written down the books that I have not read but that are on like some sort of list. So I have a few from my TBR, and then like a few from a book haul, and then a few from like my most anticipated releases. So basically, I will read 5 of those. So yeah, let's just, you will get this in a vlog style. So, but basically, the 5 books that I have found is basically, I own 4 out of 5 of these books, which is really good. So the first one is Alex. This comes from like, I think, my first TBR video, which I still haven't read, and I really need to get to it because it's at least 4 years old. So yeah, that's really crazy. So we will hopefully get to that. And then I don't know what Alex is about anymore because I haven't picked it up in like 4 years. So yeah. And then we have After You, which is the sequel to Me Before You. So we are following Lou Clark after all the things that happened in Me Before You, and that is all I know. Then we have Ready Player One, and this is a sci-fi about like this game world, I almost said, and it has become a movie, so I will definitely watch the movie after I read the book and see which one do I like. Other than that, I don't know much about any one of these books. And then we have These Rebel Waves. I bought this, I don't know when. It will probably come up in the next like haul video that I have. I made a list of all the ones that I can pick from, so yeah. And then the next one is Unbroken, and Unbroken is like these stories from disabled teens. I don't own this book, but it was on my anticipated releases like there and then, so it should be really interesting to see how I feel about that. I have a feeling that I will really like it because I have been like thinking about that book actually like quite a lot of times. So these are the 5 books that I will read. I will basically try and see, do I have the same like taste? Do I think it's good? Or, I mean, I have 4 of these books, so definitely if I don't like it, I can unhaul it, which is great. If I like it, that is also really great. And Alex is like, I think Alex is a standalone. After You has another book that I own, so that will be great because then I can continue on with that. Ready Player One has a sequel, so I might pick that one up if I feel like it. And These Rebel Waves, I think, has a sequel, at least one sequel. So I will basically get back to you once I have started one of these books. So, and talk a little bit about it. I think I'm just going to start at the top and then read. So, this should be great and really an interesting experiment, and we will continue on with this experiment until I am done with all the books that I have had on like any one of my like list videos. So that should be really interesting, but I'm not going to spend any more time because I have used a lot of time already. This After You, which is a sequel to Me Before You. So in Me Before You, we are following Lou Clark, and basically in the first book she takes care of this disabled man called Will Trainer. And yeah, there she basically falls in love, but then things happen. So this is basically after you, like after him. So yeah, so far I am on page 120. So far this one is okay. I like it. I don't think that I like it as much as the first book. However, it's so far okay. We have some new things, you know, that I was like, what? How can this be? But so far, 120 pages in, we have gotten it explained. So that's good. So I'm curious to see how this one is going to evolve. And yeah, so far I'm definitely going to continue on with this. I am like reading 100 pages and then see will I continue on with this book or not. But this one is keeping me intrigued enough for me to continue on with it. So that's the plan for this one right now. So I'm not going to update every single 100 pages I read, but obviously I'm going to update maybe when I'm like halfway through, so 250 pages in. But I have started my next one. So the next book I started was Ready Player One. So this book is basically about Wade. And basically in this world there is this game, like this place where you kind of can be, yeah, it's like a virtual world where you basically, you know, a lot of humanity spends their days. And basically the creator of this dies. He don't have an heir, and basically he says that whoever can find this thing, like this, yeah, find something that he has hidden in the game will basically inherit his entire fortune and Oasis itself. So there we have Wade, and he is, yeah, he basically is going to crack the first clue. So I don't know Yeah, I don't know much about this book. I've just started it. I am 28 pages in. And so far, I don't know what I feel about this. It takes me a little while to basically get into sci-fi. And it's been a while since I have read sci-fi, so yeah. So this is like 300 pages. So it will probably take me... My goal is to read 100 pages from each of the books that I have. So basically, this will probably take me 3 days if I am able to get to page 100. I just feel like the audiobook is really slow. I feel like I've been listening to forever and I am just 28 pages in. But the text in this is really, really small, so yeah. So far, it's okay. Well, we'll get to page 100 and see if I am still bored or if it has picked up. So, I've not made much progress in this. I am 134 pages in, and I think the reason why this is taking me such a long time is that I can love gaming. I can love the game, I can game myself. However, I don't think that I love to read about gaming. I don't think that I care that much to, watch other people game, read about other people gaming. I don't think that is me. I will continue on with it. However, I think I am going to start one of the other books because I feel like 30 pages, I feel like I have been reading forever. So I think it is that I don't particularly love to read about gaming. Just because, yes, I have been gaming, not a lot now because I don't have the computer for it, but I have been gaming throughout, when I was younger I played WoW, and I played Animal Crossing. However, I don't think that I like to read about it. I think that if this was a video game and you can play this whole thing, I don't think it would be a problem. However, I just think it is that I am in this world where I cannot really see myself, so yeah, I think that's my biggest problem with this, that I am struggling to get through it because I don't like reading about gaming. Yeah, I don't know how long I will take. I hope I will be able to finish this pretty soon. So you can get this video pretty soon and I can start with something else. It's later and I read a little bit in this. To finish it within July, I need to read 2 chapters a day. I'm not read my chapter for today, but I am on page 180 and it has picked up a little. However, I'm not loving it, and I think that is not a really unpopular opinion because loads of people love this. The only thing I have gotten out of it is that I want to play World of Warcraft again, and I don't know, it's just not something that I have time for, so I should not want that. So yeah, I just don't love this book, so I'm going to finish it because I'm curious enough to know how it ends. However, I don't think it will be more of a 2 or a 3-star book, so it's later and I have finished Ready Player One and I'm gonna give this 2 stars. So this is a really, really popular book and I can't see why people like it. However, I did not like the characters. Now, reading about video games is not like my favorite thing. I can easily play video games myself, as I have said, but reading about it, I don't think that is my thing. So, I mean, the last like half, I like speed read through it, and basically you do know that I don't love a book when I don't want to pick it up. When I think about reading this book, I just didn't feel, I didn't want to read at all. And you know, when I don't like books, I just feel like reading becomes this chore that I have to finish this book. And yeah, I didn't like it. And yeah, I mean, I gave it 2 stars just because the writing is pretty good. And yeah, so I mean, it's written in 2011, so it's kind of an old book. And I also think that I like more sci-fis set in space, you know. I think that is kind of my type of sci-fis, you know, if we don't take dystopian, you know, with like, I mean, this is a dystopian, however, I just feel like this is more like game-based. And you know, other dystopians that I read, like The Hunger Games and Divergent, these are like you are set in the real world, just in the future. This is kind of set like almost all the time in this game. The only thing that I kind of got out of this was that I really want to play, you know, games like World of Warcraft, and I haven't played that in years, and I don't understand why I all of a sudden got the urge to read it now. So, but I can't because I don't have the computer for it. So, but yeah, and I don't have time. But yeah, 2 stars. I don't think that I will pick up Ready Player 2 because I doubt that that will be any better. And you know, people who love this don't particularly love Ready Player 2, so I doubt that I will pick up that one. So I might watch the movie later. I think that this could be a really good movie because, I mean, games really do good movies. So yeah, but I think that's my review. So yeah, this wasn't my favorite. And yeah, but I mean, a lot of like, I feel like a lot of like popular popular sci-fis just not become my cup of tea. So yeah, 2 stars. I mean, if you like playing computer games and really like spending time in there and reading about it, I think this would be a great read for you. I mean, a lot of people have read this, and I know this is such an unpopular opinion. So I'm sorry, not really. I like what I like, and I need to vibe with the book, and I just didn't vibe with this. So yeah, so I just feel like people vibe with different things, and I am not going to say that I love this book when I didn't. And basically, when I got to page like 180, I kind of wanted to DNF it. So yeah, it just wasn't for me, but it might be for someone else. So Alex, it's a thriller. That is all I want to know. So I guess we will have to see how I like this. I have also started Alex. I read a lot of this. I have read it for 2 days, and I am on part 3, chapter not chapter, page 291. So I read all of this in 2 days. So I have this left, which I will read today, and this book is about Alex, and she is like a really pretty girl. She's 30, and basically she is kidnapped, and the police officer called Camille and his man, they don't know anything who she is or like how, why, and basically once they find out where she has been, they figure out that everything is not like how it's supposed to be. So this book, it's 3 parts, and basically right before the next part you get this chapter where you basically get like a little look ahead on what is going to happen, and that is super interesting. And then you jump a little back where you get to know what happened, and so far it's really easy read, and so far I'm really loving it. You know, you start out with this sweet girl, and then you end up with something that you kind of didn't expect. I mean, I am a little blind, you know. I mean, I never know what is going on in thriller books, so for me it might end up being like 4 stars, maybe 5, but then it also may become like a 2 stars if it doesn't end kind of in a good way. So yeah, I can't wait to read this, finish it, and then we will talk about it. And yeah, I'm going to finish this today. Really curious to see how this is going to end. I mean, I know kind of how it ends because of the last chapter I read before part 3. However, I don't know how we are going to end up there. So it's really interesting. And then, so it's later, and I have finished Alex. So I'm going to give this 3 stars. So the first like 287 pages was really, I really liked those, and I was just like, wow, if this continues on, then this might actually be like a 4 or 5 stars. However, when we got to part 3, I didn't like it as much, so I'm going to give it 3 stars. I just didn't feel like I loved it enough to give it 4 stars. So we got some revelations, and let's just say it was, some of the things was horrible, and I just, yeah, almost had to put it down, almost like, nope, no more. But yeah, I liked it. I don't think that I will read anything more in this series. It's like, it's okay. However, I just feel really, I feel content with just having read this. So yeah, 3 stars, okay. Will be unhauling this. This one was also in my list of these 12 books will self-destruct in 12 months. So I'm going to unhaul it, so then we have these Rebel Waves. I am definitely going to start this today, and then like try and read at least 100 pages a day to finish this within like a month. So, but I have started these Rebel Waves, and I have not updated in a while because I am already on page 302. So I have like 170 pages left. So I don't have much left. I think I might finish this tomorrow. If I don't finish it today, then tomorrow. So something like that. I have not read my part for today, so yeah. So in this one we are following 3 people. We are following Adeluna, and she has powers, and basically this person from a totally different like place basically has disappeared, and now these people are really like they want justice. Then we are following Devrox, and he is basically a steam raider, and basically he's captured. However, Adeluna or Lu, she says that I can help you out if you help me find this person, and basically, yeah, find him and I will help you. Then we are following Benot, and he is the crown prince of this place, and basically he has an obsession with magic, and basically he's sent to basically like find out on some magic that can help his people. So yeah, this is really good. I don't think it's a 5 stars, maybe a 4 stars. Really depends on how the last pages go. And I do know that it is, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 books. However, if it ends pretty good, if it's a 4 stars, I will definitely continue on with this series. So yeah, so far I am really liking this, and yeah, I wish I have like finished it or like read this before, but that's why we are doing this vlog. So don't mind my face. I am sunburned because we have sun, and yeah, I just got sunburned. So yeah, so far 300 pages in. This is super easy to get through, and I am really happy that I am reading this. So I only have this one and Unbroken left. I have Unbroken. I have started reading that as well, and I don't know how many pages in. I am like 14-15% in. I try to read a chapter every single day because yeah, then I will finish it within the month. Now, I don't remember if I read one like yesterday. I don't think I read one yesterday, so I need to read 2 today. So far, it's short stories basically about disabled kids, or which disabled kids have written them with disabled characters, and it's really interesting, and so far I'm really liking it. You know, these are short stories, so basically they are shorter than I normally like. However, some of them are really intriguing, and to be completely honest, if these were like full-on books, I would definitely read some of them. But you know, these short stories are really like interesting, and I am definitely liking some of them. And you know, none of them have been like terrible. A lot of them has been really good. So far I will say that it's set at basically like 4 stars. I don't think it's a 5 star, but at least like 4 stars, which is really good. And yeah. So hello, we are going to wrap up this vlog. So let's talk about the books that we read. The first one I read was After You, that I don't have right now, and I gave that 4 stars. I think it was 4 stars. So I really liked it. Not as good as the original one, but you know, yeah. Then I read Alex, and I gave these 3 stars. I liked the first like 2 parts, then the last one just fell a little flat for me. Then I read Ready Player One, and I gave this 2 stars. I didn't like it, and I think the main reason was the like gaming element. I can play video games, but I don't particularly like reading about it. Then let's talk These Rebel Ways. I give this 4 stars. Last time I talked, I was like 300 pages in. The last 100 pages did not disappoint. 4 stars, loved it, and I'm definitely going to pick up the second one. This is a duology. I'll definitely pick up the second one. This ended on kind of a cliffhanger, and I really need to know what will happen next, how it will end. So yeah, super interesting book. Then I finished Unbroken, and this is these are 13 short stories that is with disabled kids, and I gave these 4 stars. I really liked almost like all the stories. Some of them weren't as good, but you know, it was still really good. 4 stars. And yeah, so far that was really good. So yeah, no 5 stars as far as I can remember, but I've definitely gotten some of the books from my TBR done, which is great, and basically 5 books that I have had on my TBR before that is done. Like, yeah, so this is great. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye!